in the higher military position, national security intelligence in the media on May 24, 2018. That way, after he controlled the money on May 10, 2018, by banning the trade license and closing the gold mining investment operated by Midrock Ethiopia, an investment owned by the South Ethiopia businessmen who were held and detained by them at Riyadh Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Sheikh Mohammed Alamuddin. 4 days after Abiy Ahmed returned from his first trip from the Middle East, that he brought with him the country's colonialism roadmap policy that started implementing effective May 20, 2018 to this date. On May 24, 2018, he controlled both the military and the media by firing on the TPLF, who were in the higher position of the media and the military intelligence. Therefore, Abiy Ahmed, after he has came to power on April 2, 2018, and after 8-week time of his in power, on May 24, 2018, he already controlled the money, the military, and the media. Then on the same day, May 24, 2018, the colonialism operation started in action by targeting number 1, anti-Tigray, number 2, anti-Ethiopian Orthodox Church. The colonialism operation is bounded by a time limit that needs to be achieved before January 20, 2021, because it's a vision of the two Gulf Arab countries, Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia, that Donald Trump and Kushner partnered in agreement with those two Arab countries to make Ethiopia the colony of those two Middle East countries under classified conspiracy. As of August 2017, at Kushner's trip in the Middle East, during Kushner's trip in the Middle East in August 2017, that's where they conceived this conspiracy. Number 1, for resource exploitation, for them to be rich and prosper. That's why they want to colonize Ethiopia. Number 2, to destroy the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. In doing so, to destroy Christianity, to destroy Ethiopian history, culture, tradition, core value system, language, intellect, identity. Because the Orthodox Church is not only about religious in Ethiopia, it holds all intertwinedly the Christianity, history, and culture in Ethiopia. The anti-Tigray is to disempower, control, and destroy the power TPLF has, so that the conspiracy colonialism mission will be accomplished to take over Ethiopia, of which for the last 2.5 years, Tigray is the only place that's not under their control. Tigray has been the only place peaceful, safe, and normal. Life has been going on, while other parts of the country in Oromia, Amhara, and southern Ethiopia is enduring assassinations and mass massacres of civilians in their own homes and villages. They have been attacked with guns, spears, and drones. Their brutality taken away their rights to live, to exist. This has been a routine and a norm in those areas where an organized crime by Abiy Ahmed and Isaias Afwerki, Demeqe Mekonnen, Temesgen, Turuneh, all those Oromara group, and Donald Trump, Mohammed bin Zayed, Mohammed bin Salman, is being committed on Ethiopian civilians. They are committing those crimes. Directly, indirectly, those people are the responsible for killing the Tigrian people, for the war in Tigray right now, and for all the assassinations and massacres across the board in Ethiopia. As of April 2018, those people are operating crimes in Ethiopia. Since Abiy Ahmed is appointed with the influence of Donald Trump administration and the two Middle East countries' direct influence on our internal political affairs, by making a power change and elevate the undercover Abiy, whom they have recruited by purchasing him with money to be the mercenary who will do the betrayal in the colonialism operation in order the two Arab country leaders' dark vision will be fulfilled. Since Donald Trump 2020 election result didn't look to their favor this time, they plan to use their maximum capacity in order to take over Tigray right after the November 3rd, 2020 US election result, which was detrimental for them to choose to go about it with the maximum military operation that they have been installed. Number one, Eritrean military through their dictator mercenary was recruited for the colonialism operation as of June 2018. Number two, Ethiopian government military through their appointed Ethiopian caretaker dictator mercenary Abiy Ahmed. Those are the two mercenary partners recruited by MBZ-MBS, supplied part of the weapons Donald Trump sold to the two Arab countries so that Ethiopian civilians in Tigray, Asosa, Benshangul, Walaita, Nekemt, and all over Ethiopia in other cities are being eliminated in a repetitive massacre operation that those criminal groups are committing, a historical crime from a small scale to a disturbing, brutal, massive, severe scale of human rights crime. As of the US Aid Director Mark Green came to Ethiopia in August 13, 2017. That's why, for their final colonialism operation to be wrapped up before January 2021, as a trajectory for Joe Biden to become the 46th President of the United States, was promising on October 29, 2020, a week after Donald Trump himself has been heard with his provocative and volatile statement that said Egypt can blow it up the Ethiopian Great Renaissance Dam on the Blue Nile. That proves the American president's leadership and diplomacy capability. Approved to whom the president is serving in favor and to whom the president are pronouncedly said a shithole and facilitated a crime by betraying our country to go behind our back against our national interests, peace and stability, safety, democracy, justice, freedom, and betterment of our future, by becoming a partner in crime for suffering of our people, both psychologically, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, for all innocent Ethiopian lives lost through assassinations. The mass massacres of the 2020 Jim Jones to happen in Ethiopia repetitively since August 27 to this date, following Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Abiy Ahmed trip to Khartoum, Sudan in August 25, 2020. Those are all the criminal groups who are operating behind the scenes since 2017, August 27, 2017, after Jared Kushner returned from his Middle East trip, who planned to enslave our future and was standby to open the final strike on TPLF. The Tigrian people, as soon as the 2020 American presidential election on November 3, 2020 was over. Because the catalyst for the two Middle East Arab countries, reason for huge festa and celebration in November 2016, seems its season of bright and warm sunshine is about to set, with their once in their lifetime opportunity at hand to be gone soon. While, because Donald Trump is losing the election, will they really be willing to go so? Remember, this is their once in a lifetime opportunity to accomplish their dark vision, to control the money, to control the world, and become powerful by taking those illegal and criminal venues that the 45th President of the United States make the criminal path of MBZ-MBS straight and smooth in Ethiopia, to maintain their crime of betrayals, deceptions, and mass civilians' life brutally killed. That's what is coming to the United States of America also, with all the deception narratives and changing of powers since Donald Trump is serving those people. So when Abiy Ahmed made the power shuffle to the North military base by appointing a Muslim brigadier general named Jamal and enforcing the Ethiopian Orthodox Church institutional power structure by assigning a priest picked by Abiy Ahmed from somewhere, was to execute the last phase of the oppression, anti-Tigray and anti-Orthodox, in order for their colony to become a reality that has a wealth potential, as they will exploit Ethiopia's resources, expansion of Islam by replacing Christianity, and to become powerful. However, when TPLF got the plot info on the conspiracy that Abiy, in partnership with Isaias, are going to open a military attack for the Tigrians to surrender, they made the first move to engage in two kinds of war. Number one, a war to defend themselves. Number two, a war to protect their people and their land against invaders and colonizer mercenaries from Libya to Ethiopia. The Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, Mohammed bin Zayed, uses country dictators as his mercenary of crime that he used to advance his vision by purchasing them with money. Through Donald Trump's administration, have 100% help. He got that help. For us, Ethiopians, why we went through all these 3 years is the responsibility and the betrayal of Donald Trump, together with that of the two Arab country leaders, Mohammed bin Zayed and Mohammed bin Salman, and the two dictators, betrayals, and criminals, Isaias Afwerki and Abiy Ahmed. Former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson being fired and replaced by Mike Pompeo is the true evidence for Donald Trump, Jared Kushner, and Mike Pompeo's direct involvement with MBZ and MBS, taking over Ethiopia's classified conspiracy. Mike Pompeo, Abiy Ahmed, and those Arabs involving in leading this illegal and criminal operation since August 2017 seemed disappointed with the base move TPLF took, that they were targeting to surprise TPLF and to say checkmate. Well, I would say that was a sign underestimating the Tigrians, as if we are no-brainers who doesn't know how to carefully make the best move in playing chess. TPLF actually meticulously tried to take the best move in securing their home-based ground from day one, that after Abiy Ahmed kicked them in May 24, 2018, that installed a better leadership and governance, stabilizing the peace and democracy in Tigray against all odds since anti-Tigray war began in May 24, 2018. The ultimate goal of the anti-Tigray and anti-Orthodox is replacing the power in religion by that of the autocrat Islam under the colony of UAE in Saudi Arabia. Therefore, it has absolutely nothing to do with TPLF being portrayed with a motive to centralize the power, as if they are power struggle with Abiy Ahmed, as local and international medias who are sponsored by Cliptopia of Mohammed bin Zayed tried so hard to distort the truth about the great warriors of TPLF with all their integrity and dignity as the grandmaster chess players in this ordeal, who choose neither to surrender or retreat than to fight for their rights against mercenaries, against criminals, against all illegal invaders and colonizers. The reason behind the media and Mike Pompeo's intention in accusing TPLF as the bad guys for the never-ending blame shift patch has two folds. Number one, to distract by distorting the ultimate truth so that TPLF could not get the acceptance and the support. That way, Mike Pompeo, Abiy Ahmed, Mohammed bin Salman, Trump, Demek Mekonnen, Isaias Afwerki, Temesgen, all the conspiracy, local and international groups who started the colonialism operation since USA Director Mark Green trips to Ethiopia in May 30, 2017, right after Jared Kushner wrapped up his Middle East trip, where and when the conspiracy to take over in Ethiopia conceived and started, being executed as soon as he returned from that trip in August 25, 2017. Since their colonialism operation project have a deadline in January 2021, all those criminals with all the military capacity of the Ethiopian mercenary Abiy Ahmed and with all the military capacity of the Eritrean Isaias Afwerki, we supplied and replenished military weapons from MBZ and MBS that Donald Trump sold to those groups, all under the umbrella of partnership in the conspiracy, wanted to expedite to achieve their goal of colonialism. That TPLF became the unbeatable and unbreakable standing block on their way for the last 2.5 years. Now is their clutch. Now is their last chance. As the clock is ticking for the clutch of the power they lean on Donald Trump to be lawlessness and get a free ticket to commit a human rights abuse that is so gross in the untold truth in Ethiopia. So, giving a bad image of TPLF is to block the entire world from the truth, so that they will not be interrupted from achieving their mission. Number two, pointing the finger and taking out all the verbal attack that followed by the physical military attack on TPLF is to save themselves, for they are criminals, for they are all bunch of criminals, by destroying TPLF force and leaders, hoping not only to win that anti-Tigray and anti-Orthodox colonialism that the Tigrian people has protected and maintained both the Tigrayan power and the Orthodox Church, since the Tigrian, the Aksum, and the northern part is also where Orthodox Church is based. So to this date, though other parts of the country, the Orthodox Church is being forced to change and history is destroyed and the church is being destroyed, the only place that's still protected is in Tigray. So the Tigrayan people maintain both until this time. The criminal conspiracy group hope also destroying TPLF would destroy the tools from being traced for all their criminal activity, from betrayal to mass killings since August 30, 2017. Neither Donald Trump nor Mike Pompeo condemn their appointed illegitimate Abiy Ahmed, who continue to assassinate and lead an operation of mass massacre on Ethiopian civilians for over 2 years, because it is what it is. Both Mike Pompeo and Donald Trump are the criminals, which part of the conspiracy group. It never had been as wrong or illegal. It became even routine. The new norm in Ethiopia, the massacre in Ethiopia, that's what it is. Whereas when the Tigrayans took the first move to defend themselves and protect their vulnerable people, it became noisy with an echo. It reveals how they don't value the 110 million Ethiopian lives, that their hunger for power and greediness for money, as they conspire to put our country under colony, to enslave all Ethiopian citizens' future, So, the resilient TPLF force is unstoppable when it comes to their rights, freedom, and dignity, has to face courageously at all costs with world number one narcissists, dictators, bullies, criminals, bunch of men who has no value for human lives in the face of the earth. The 21st century enemy of humankind. Such men like Mohammed bin Zayed, Mohammed bin Salman, Donald Trump, Abiy Ahmed Ali, Isaias Afwerki. The international community is watching to let both the Tigrian civilians and TPLF leaders in danger under the organized world criminals, each abusing the power they have as leaders of those respected countries. The world is telling us it's okay to come up with a dark vision as long as you have money and power to abuse, use, and exploit others. That's what the world is communicating to us when they didn't defend and protect and interfere to protect the civilians in the war in Tigray and leave a vulnerable people unprotected under a merciless criminals. A man with integrity and compassion for humanity, former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson foresighted in advance what's happening in Tigray right now and addressed his concern on December 2, 2017. A man for standing for the truth with the consequences those conspiracy group that were endangering many lives, as Tillerson warned in his report, had to be kicked out. And Rex Tillerson fired by Donald Trump on March 13, 2018, because he's taken as a person who snitches. There comes the con artist Mike Pompeo, who will take the colonialism mission to the end, as he might be the beneficiary of the dirty money pipe of MBZ and NBS. That's why he's accusing the TPLF, unlike a man of integrity who cares for human people's lives, is endangered way before it happens. A man of conviction, Rex Tillerson. I have a great deal of respect for this man because he took his responsibility and played his role, while Donald Trump and Mike Pompeo, a betrayal of Ethiopian citizens and the Tigrians, led us to suffer, to lose our beloved ones and our families. For history to happen, for Tigrian people to be door to door picked, to be a mass imprisoned, to engage in a war, and to endure another famine and hunger. They cannot do it alone. Without such global institutions like United Nations not being in line with them to accomplish their vision and plan to enslave Ethiopian citizens' future by destroying the powerful force TPLF, by destroying the Orthodox Church and Christianity, to expand Islam, to prosper, and to become a powerful autocrat monarch and remain powerful for centuries to come. Do you think they will stop they will stop whatever they are doing in Ethiopia, or the abuse, or the betrayal, or the civilian deaths? They will come to the US. They're already here. They will go to the Europe. Or the deceptions that you see, it's just a matter of time, unless the international society stop the war in Tigray. Know that you will be the next victim, because that's how the conspiracy is going to unfold. That's why all the institutions is working for them. Institutions like United Nations. This is all the stakes in the war combat to defeat TPLF. To prosper, to become powerful and expand Islam, and go another country, do the same again. They are after the church. They are after the integrity. They are after the value system. They want to change, to become lawlessness, because they don't value any for people's lives. Thanks to the United Nations Director General Antonio Guterres, who lifted Eritrean sanction that has been there because of the Eritrean president's involvement in aiding the Al-Shabaab in Somalia. So Antonio Guterres, like his criminal bodies abusing his power, and illegally lifted a sanction with a scripted Ethiopia-Eritrea peace deal. What has to do to lift sanction for Eritrea in July 10, 2018? For a man who has been considered as a terrorist and helping an Al-Shabaab in Somalia, has to do lifting Eritrean sanction by making a handshake of a peace deal, they call it, with a ready-made illegitimate Ethiopian leader who is made in Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, and USA, Abiy Ahmed. What has to do with Ethiopia? Eritrean sanction has been there because the president of the country was helping Al-Shabaab in Somalia. Ethiopia and Somalia are two different countries. Or that handshake became the remedy for the sanction to be lifted. Such betrayal, such illegality, such crime at a larger organizational scale, globally, is happening to attack us Ethiopians, to attack us Tigrians, to attack us Orthodox Church, everyone in Ethiopia. Then the UN being caught up with the kleptopia to give a free ticket for the Arab recruiter mercenary Isaias Afwerki to go and destroy TPLF, while he together with his partner Abiy Ahmed in mercenary, operated assassinations since July 26, 2018, by assassinating the Ethiopian Great Renaissance Dam project senior engineer. 2 weeks after Antonio Guterres lifted the sanction on July 10, 2018, the Eritrean sanction being lifted, the engineer killed on July 26, 2018. The military commander-in-chief, a number of high officials in the Amhara region, artist Hachalu Hundessa, Haymanot Bedasa, Orthodox priestess and members, Muslims in the Oromia region, and Harar, a mass massacre in Amhara, Oromia, and southern Ethiopia. Innocent Ethiopian civilian lives brutally murdered by those two mercenary colonialism operations. The UN is responsible for all civilians' lives lost through Isaias Afwerki. And now, again, for not interfering and giving excuses and giving a chance for those two mercenaries to attack the civilians in Tigray. Because he is also part of the conspiracy who helped the path straight for them to make smooth